Claude is one of the best and most powerful AI tools available today, and most people are really only using it for a couple of small things. They use it to ask questions and maybe to get them help write an email. But Claude could do a whole lot more than that. It could actually write content in your own writing style. It could summarize long PDFs. It could explain confusing documents and topics. It could compare files for you, create charts, do research, and even build simple tools without you knowing how to write any type of code. So in this video, I'm going to show you the first 10 things that you should try when using Claude if you're new to Claude or if you're not getting the most out of your Claude experience. So to access Claude, all you have to do is go to Claude AI and do create yourself a free account. Claude does have a free account, and then they do have paid subscriptions that unlock a lot more of Claude and more usage from Claude. But the free option should be good if you're brand new to it. The first thing I want to show you is actually using the basic chat inside of Claude. So all you have to do is type in the sentence, which is called the prompt in Claude, which is a question or a set of instructions you're giving to Claude. So for example, give me 10 practical ways I could use Claude at work. This is a prompt that you could type in, and then you send this out, and Claude will give you a response here in a numbered list because that is what I asked for, 10 practical ways. So things like writing and drafting any type of text, summarizing long documents, brainstorming. These are pretty much the top ways that you could use Claude here from the basic chat standpoint. Now, as part of the chat experience, you could get Claude to read out loud to you. This is a useful option. And this microphone option and this other option right here, the voice mode, will have you turn Claude into a voice interaction. So you could have back and forth conversation with it with voice instead of typing in a prompt. The second thing I want to show you when using Claude is how to write better prompts, because if you change how you write a prompt, Claude is going to give you much better answers. So let's say I want to use Claude to write an email. If I just say, write me an email to take some time off of work, that's just not enough information for Claude to give you a good answer. That's called context. The more context you give it, the better the response from Claude is going to be the first time around, and you don't have to have a bunch of back and forth conversations in chat to get what you're looking for. So I'm going to start the prompt with, you are a professional writing assistant. Help me write a friendly follow-up to an email from a potential client. Now, I give it a lot of context, and I also started with this part right here, which is called role prompting. You're putting Claude in a position that you would hire for. So a professional writing assistant is what I was looking for, and this is going to give me a much better response. And at the end of your prompt, you could typically give it the exact format you're looking for. In the last example, I asked for a numbered list of 10, right? So you could ask for a paragraph, for example, or a sentence, or an entire 500-word blog post, for example. Now, there's the follow-up conversation. So let's say I did use a good prompt, but I still needed something a little bit different. So I could say, make this more casual. This is a great use for an email follow-up, for example, or make it shorter, or give it to me with 3 different subject lines. And then this will give you this more casual format here. And they usually can link out directly to your mail app. The next thing I want to show you is using Claude to write. Now, I showed you a couple of examples already, but this could write all kinds of different content. So for example, I could help it write me a short LinkedIn post, and I give it some context here, and I asked it to keep it practical and avoid sounding too promotional. Now, by default, Claude does have a really good natural sounding voice. It's actually my favorite AI tool for writing, so it should give you a good result. But later, I'm going to show you something called Skills, where you could teach it to write just like you. We'll get into this as we get more into this video. But even without training it on your writing style, typically, you probably will like the default writing style Claude has for a lot of different things. But again, as we get more advanced, I'll show you how to get it to write in your style too. And as part of this video, by the way, I have a free resource all about using Claude at work. And this is a really comprehensive guide to get the most out of Claude. So some of the examples I show you here are directly from this guide, and it goes far beyond what I'm about to cover in this video. It will walk you through step by step on exactly how to get started with Claude, setting up everything the right way with Claude projects. It has exact prompts that you could just copy and paste that are really well designed to do things like problem solving or data analysis, marketing, and a whole lot more. So if you want to get the most out of Claude and you're watching a beginner's guide to Claude, I thought this was a perfect match for it, and it's completely free to access. I'll put a link in the description to that resource. Number 4, I want to show you how to use Claude by uploading and working with files. So this is where Claude becomes a whole lot more powerful than just a chatbot. So all you have to do is press the plus sign and you could upload files and photos into Claude. Now Claude could read words in a PDF, but it also has a vision AI that could actually see things inside of photos too. So it could be PDFs, documents, spreadsheets, and images is the different types of files you could upload to it. So in this example, I have this PDF right here on my computer. So I'm going to go ahead and upload it. And my prompt is going to be to summarize this in plain English. Now, this is the summary. I could ask for a shorter version, one sentence version, more elaborate version. One of my favorite follow-ups when analyzing documents like PDFs is what are the main takeaways from this document? And this will analyze it in a different angle. You could always ask it to create a checklist based on this document. Pretty much anything you want you could do with a follow-up prompt because it's going to always be able to reference this PDF right on top. The next thing I want to show you is how to use Claude to ask questions about your own files. And in this case, I want to show you how to compare two different files. So I have a proposal A and a proposal B, and I want to know exactly what the difference is between the two. And this will be able to analyze both of them side by side. So you can upload multiple different documents. In the previous example, we only analyzed one document. This time, I want to actually find out what's going on in these two. So I'm going to ask, compare these two proposals and tell me the main differences in price, timeline, and deliverable here. And I got my answer in price, timeline, and deliverable here. And then I ask it to put it in a clean one-page comparison that I could share here that is more side by side. So it's going to put it in this really nice format for me. And I also asked for a table format here. So this is a table format. I could take a screenshot from it or I could copy and paste it. And they do have a share option right on top here. So right now it's set to keep private, but you could also share it with your team if you have a Teams plan, or you create a public link and share that link publicly with anyone that is using Claude. Next on our list is uploading and analyzing images. So I'm going to press the plus sign again, and I'm going to add an image file this time. So I just have this chart and I need to figure out what's going on. Well, Claude could analyze it a number of different ways, especially if the charts are confusing or you really need more analytical look at it. So this time I just asked it to explain exactly what's happening in this image as simply as possible. And it just turned an image into an explanation in text. And then I just followed that up with what is the one key takeaway, and it gave me a really quick summary of what is exactly in that image. Next, we're gonna create artifacts inside of Claude. It's actually one of my all-time favorite and best options inside of Claude. The artifact is something that Claude could create, which looks like a separate workspace next to your chat. And I'll show you here with an example. So I asked it to create a simple weekly meal planner and sections for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and make it clean and easy to edit. As you could see, our entire Claude layout just changed. So the chat went to the left side and we got this thing called the artifact on the right side, which is basically a little mini app that it could create for you that is completely shareable. And if I want to make any changes, for example, I want to add a grocery list section and make it for a family of 4, I could just type this in and it's going to change what you see over here in just a couple of seconds. And as I scroll down here, we got ourselves an entire grocery section. And the nice thing about these is they are fully shareable. So all you have to do is click right here and publish this. This is going to publish it on the web. So if I click publish and copy a link, this is the link that it gives me. So now if I share this with anyone, this is exactly the version they're going to be able to see. Now, next I want to show you is search and research capability. So Claude for a long time could not go search the web, but now you could use it to get any information from the web. And you'll see that option over here. If you press the plus sign, it has web search turned on. Technically, Claude is trained on a lot of information, but if you want really up-to-date information, the best way to do that is through web search, which is on by default. So if you send out a prompt, it will go and search different websites to give you this answer that requires more up-to-date information. And you could actually see the different websites it went to here to get you that result, but you don't have to click on individual links, go to those websites, figure out what it's all about. This gives you a summary, and it also gives you little annotations on where you got this information from on different sections of it. But here's how you take it to the next level. They also have something called research. This is a research mode that will spend sometimes 10 minutes, sometimes 15 minutes to do a really comprehensive analysis, sometimes across hundreds of websites. So the search option is great for quick things. This is something that will do a much more in-depth research. So I asked it to research how small businesses are using AI across different categories, and I asked for a report with examples and practical takeaways here. And here is the result from our deep research. Now, this went through 181 different sources in just 5 minutes, and it created this really nicely formatted document for us that could be downloaded as a PDF, and you could press publish and publish this and get a link on the web that you could share with people, and you could always ask for follow-up questions here. This is just one of my favorite all-time ways to do research, and Claude is one of the best apps for that. Now, next I want to show you Claude Projects. So on the left side panel here, you'll see something called Projects. Now, projects are basically like folders inside of Claude, but they actually could do a lot more than just organize things inside of a folder. So typically, every time you start a topic in Claude and you want to keep things organized, let's say this is specific to my YouTube business. I'm going to press New Project here, and I'll call this my YouTube channel. And then I could go ahead and create this project from here. So projects have different elements to them. Right over here is where I could just chat with it like I would with Claude. But projects have their own memory. They will remember what's going on inside of this project, all the different chats. They also could have a different set of instructions. So you could tell Claude to act in a different way, and it will only do so inside of this project. So maybe in this project, every time I want Claude to answer me, I want it to answer me in 1 or 2 sentences and really to the point. Or I want it to be very friendly or very direct. I could say that in my instructions here. And you could give Claude projects their own files. So maybe I wanted to reference a couple of different things on my hard drive, like a couple of different PDFs. It will be able to access that. And I'm also making an entire video all about projects, so I'll link it in the description when it's ready, because it's one of the best parts of using Claude when you become a more daily user of Claude. Next is you could connect Claude to different apps. So if you go to this customize section, you'll see connect your apps. So what this does is it allows Claude to connect to things you already use that are outside of Claude. So let's say you use Canva for creating content, social media content and designs. Well, you connect to that. A lot of people actually connect Claude to Gmail or Google Drive or Google Calendar. Those are actually the top 3 most popular. But as you could see on this list, there is a whole lot of different things. And if you connect it, then it could pull things directly from those apps. So now inside of a new chat, if I press the plus sign, I could bring any of these connectors in. Now you could see you could have multiple connectors turned on. I have multiple turned on right now. So Google Drive is the one I'm going to want to use. And you could add connectors directly from here, and it will take you back to the page I just showed you. So for example, I could say find the most recent documents about our marketing plan and summarize the key actions. Now, if I send this out, it knows to look inside of my Google Drive. You'll see that right over here. And I had the permission set to ask me every single time it's trying to access my Google Drive. I just pressed OK. And in just a minute, it found the right document across hundreds of documents I have in that Google Drive that I've had for years. And it gave me the summary that I was looking for. So connectors make Claude a whole lot more powerful. So connect some of your favorite apps here and choose the permission that you want. And I got a bonus one for you. There is something called Skills that I mentioned where you could teach it all kinds of different things. And there are a set of instructions that it will remember and pull into chat when it needs it. So this is the best way to get the most out of Claude. So you could just press add skill over here, and they have a lot of them that you could choose here, and you could build your own. So I'm going to go back here, and under skill, this time I'm going to go ahead and go to manage skills here. And when you go here, you could press the plus sign and create your own skill. And the best way to create them is with Claude. So this will basically put in this prompt, let's create a skill together, and first ask me what skill we should build. And this will interview you, and through the interview, build a skill. Let me just go back to show you the skill that I've created, which is called YouTube Scriptwriter. So what this skill tells Claude is how I like to write YouTube scripts. And the way I did it was just from that last page through an interview process. He asked me questions, then he asked me to give it some sample writing, and then now he could write YouTube scripts in my tone of voice. Well, you could do this with anything you write. Create a skill for email writing, or if you write anything for the web, and it will remember that based on your examples, and it'll be very customized to you. And every time you start a new chat now, it will know to bring in that skill, or you could press the / sign, and then you could bring in any of the skills manually this way. So if I want to bring in this skill and then tell it to write a video about using Claude, it will write it in that style, because now that skill is the set of instructions with my own writing style. And skills are definitely the thing I recommend you learn next to take your Claude experience to the next level. First, make sure you grab that free guide that I mentioned that tells you all about using Claude, especially for work. And then watch my skills video that I recently made that shows you exactly how to create these skills and a lot of different practical skills with, again, guides on how to make them. Thanks so much for watching this one. I'll see you on the next video.